Hi, Margie. Margie, didn't you leave yet? I wonder why YouTube disabled the chat. Do you see my neighbor driving down the street in a little go kart? He works at the golf course right around the corner. Can you imagine? You get to drive your little golf cart to work? That'd be funny. I didn't press anything. I'm sorry. What are those birds? Oh, a plate man. Okay, that's funny. I must have hit something. What the fuck? I'm so sorry. You guys couldn't talk to me while I was making coffee? Holy shit. Then I came outside. I am sorry, man. I don't know what happened. Lisa, thank you. Oh my God. They're called crepe myrtles. I knew it was a unique sound. I thought G. It begins with a G. Crepe, grape, duh, Jerry. Crepe myrtles. Yeah. Isn't that a pretty crepe myrtle? Crepe myrtles. That's what they are. Okay. My, I'm going to turn my chair around and put the phone against my coffee cup so I can open up this package that was delivered. I don't know what I ordered, but maybe it's the book from Marcus Aurelius. All right, you're at my coffee. You're on the base of my coffee now. I just ordered this. I mean, I think I'm taking niacin every day. And I'm taking soursop. This week I'm going to do a few things. I got to do a fast at least for a day or two. I told Ma she has to back off. Okay, I got to Google this. I ordered this. It's a bio cleanse. I got three boxes because you might want to do this every few months. This targets parasites, metal, bacteria, toxins, waste, microplastics, and yeast and fungi. So the ingredients in this flush out your system because it says we all have parasites in us. And all you got to do is do 2 droppers under your tongue. So I'm going to try that this week. I'm going to do a cleanse to get rid of all the parasites and build up and crap because I don't know, it just seems like a smart thing to do. Margie's heading out. Margie, our thoughts are with you. And listen, I just said that at 4:44 in. It's a good sign. Thera Bob says that was a tricky way to get another thumbs up from us all. I don't try to trick you guys to do anything. Isn't that what your kidneys and liver do? They do, Harry. But sometimes, I'm 62 years old. After years of not eating correctly, you do start to develop parasites in your body. You do have the microplastics find their way into your liver and your kidneys. So, assisting your body to flush things out isn't a bad thing. Good morning, Bravo Sierra. Good morning, Tracy Von Brott. Harry, you are right, but our bodies sometimes need a little assistance. Ooh. Shalane Thomas says, Jerry, I drink kefir daily. Jonathan Barr is saying good morning to Tracy. Jonathan Barr is an awesome person. Jackie was talking about Jonathan Barr yesterday. I was talking to Jackie, and she said something about Jonathan Barr, something very positive. We have a lot of women on our platform. If you look at the diagnostics of our platform, right now we have 31 people on, but uh, over 40% of our viewers on this platform are 65 and over. So I don't know, Bravo Sierra. Perhaps the medications in there can help assist remove the plastics. What is kefir? Good morning. What are your plans for today? Yo, Nancy, what's up, sweetheart? Nancy's asking me what my plans are for today. I have to help my mom clean my dad's office, so I got to move furniture around for her. And then I got to go to Lowe's. My mom wants me to return something for her. And it's so beautiful out. I think I'm going to go for a walk in Smithville. It's Monday. I'm going to go for an afternoon walk. And it's a wooded area, so there's a nice trail. I'll bring you guys with me. And I will do my walk at noon. I just got to wear a hat to stay out of the sun. I got to find some shade. But I don't care how hot it is. I need to sweat anyway. So this afternoon around noon, I'll take you guys for a walk with me at a really nice little place called Smithville. Kefir is a drinkable yogurt. Oh. Kefir, a drinkable yogurt. So it must have a lot of naturally occurring bacteria in it. Uh, Nancy, you're very sweet. You really are. Thank you for asking me about my day. And then they send me a probiotic because when you clean out your system, you're cleaning it out of the good bacteria, the bad bacteria, and the good bacteria. And you need good bacteria to digest your food. So after you do a bio cleanse, they give you a probiotic to help activate your digestive enzymes again. And this is what this is. It's called a bio cleanse. Anyway, I'm trying different things. I don't know why this truck is coming down the street. It's not trash day. I don't know. See, there's the crow I want to become friends with. I should go get an egg right now and set it down so that the crow can see it. Tell me what you think I should do. I told you guys want to be friends with a crow, right? Here it is. There's the crow at the top of the tree. Where should I place the egg? I'm going to go get an egg for the crow. I don't know. He was going to think I'm crazy. I was online with Jerry. He was trying to give a crow an egg. Definitely a crow. Kefir unsweetened is excellent for your gut microbe. Very cool. Celeste says, I love crows. He flew, son. He went somewhere. Anyway, I got to get some dog food and I got to figure out where I'm going to leave it. Tracy Von Bratt says, right in the middle of the yard. I'm going to get some, I got to get some dog food and I'll be prepared next time on where I'm going to put this food for the crows. Maybe you got to get a special plate, maybe a tin plate so they can see it. I don't know. Lisa says, if you make friends with crows, they'll bring you trinkets, allegedly. I am in New Jersey. Oh, I know what there's a truck up the street grounding up. Someone put a. Remember when I went for a walk yesterday? Someone on the street had thrown out all their limbs. There was a bunch of cut limbs on the street. So those guys are out there doing it right now. The guys that pick up dirty down trees and grind them. Smart, because if you're going to do that kind of work, this is the time of the morning you want to do it. This is the type. This is the time of day to do that kind of work. Tracy Von Brock says, my husband feeds our crows. On your banister, Jerry, the crows will know. Yeah, but guess what, Celeste? Guess who else is going to know? My mother. And she'll give me shit. You know, Jerry, here's what my mother would say. You know, Jerry, when are you going to grow up? I'm glad Daddy's not here to see this. You're going to. What are you feeding the crows? Eggs? You want to feed the crows eggs? Go buy the eggs. Because I didn't buy. Oh, I did buy a dozen eggs last week. Oh my God. Anyway, my mom would. If my mom found out I was giving the crows eggs, she would lose her shit. She'd be like, "What are you giving the crows eggs for?" Unless it was her idea. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Ooh, a hard-boiled egg. That seems more. I would give them a hard-boiled egg. Chrissy is always on top. Very colorful background. This is my mom and dad's front porch. And I'm blessed enough to be here with my mom. I did order a wind chime the other day. Want to hear it? I did not check the mail yesterday. Let me go check the mail. They're down there doing trees. What a beautiful day, man. I'm not going to be in the sun today. I'm going to let my skin heal from getting sun for the past few days. I just weeded not long ago. I got to weed again, but here's the lavender plants I planted for my mom like 3 weeks ago, and they've doubled in size. They've almost tripled in size. Good place for lavender, right? It will smell nice on the porch. Did you guys know your welcome mat? You shouldn't have welcome on your mat. That you don't know what is out in the world. Like you don't know what's outside at night. You don't want to put welcome on your front porch. You want to welcome. You might be welcoming bad things. So my family's never been one to put welcome, but they just put. My mom puts a plain mat. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't want to welcome bad spirits, bad entities into your house. Crepe myrtles. I will not forget that. I will forget it again, probably. Oh, Jesus, she wants to. I'm going to show you what my mother did. Holy shit, she's funny. Now, obviously, my mother wanted this down here for a reason. She put it on her Stairmaster, her stair lift. So this means she's going to wash her hair in the sink today. Those Turby twists, she always wears a Turby twist. Oh. Do you guys want to hop in the pool real fast? I don't mind hopping in the pool. I already had 2 cups of coffee. I'm not going to drink any more coffee. Oh. Oh. I'm sweating a little bit. Maybe you'll go in the pool. You want to go in the pool? I love the way Jeff is so cool. He keeps everybody occupied while I'm doing my tour. So that's what it's meant to be. People can look and see what I'm doing. I'm just walking to get you out of your house into mine or into my world. And then Jeff will keep you entertained with what he's talking about. I never knew owls burrowed into the ground to eat rats. That is cool. Did you rinse that cup out? Setting it on your coffee machine with residual in it could be attracting the ants. Yes, you're right. Crepe myrtles are very pretty, aren't they? The purple, very pretty. Tracy Von Brott says, I have a welcome mat. I never thought of that. Either did I. I always thought, welcome. Someone said, don't do that. Don't welcome. It's a much more dynamic universe than we realize. There's multi-dimensions, there's spirits, there's good forces and bad forces everywhere, all the time. So if you shouldn't put welcome in your front door because you're welcoming everything. That's what I read. my mat, Bianca says, my mat should say, turn around and never come back. That's so funny. Bianca, you're funny. Yes, Celeste, you're so... Celeste, I have 2 little bushes in the backyard that I want to relocate. One of them is a Rose of Sharon. That is so funny. My mom she said, Jared, it's a Rose of Sharon. Celeste, you're a very sweet woman. Celeste says, beautiful home, Jerry. Enjoy it. It's my mom. My mom is the force behind this house. My parents were the first owners of this home. And my mom has always been able to make things nice. So thank you. Time goes, a screwdriver. Interesting. The thing that was a little piece of wood that banged into the pongs. So I didn't know what to put. So I went in my dad's garage in his tool chest, and that was an old screwdriver. He has dozens of screwdrivers. So I picked the oldest screwdriver I could pick, tied it to the rope, folded a piece of paper to put as the wind catcher, and now the screwdriver hits the bing, bong, ding, dong, bong, ding, bong. Jeff, you're a very good observation. No mail on Sunday, Rebecca. You're right. Tracy said, that is my dream porch. Isn't it nice out there? Oh my God. My mom and dad would sit out there and have their coffee. I would pull up. My dad and I would sit at the table and talk, have another cup of coffee. Mom would bring us out food. That front porch is a wonderful place to talk and to relax. There's a cross breeze on the corner because our home faces south. So there's a cross breeze. It's very, very pleasant. It's very pleasant. Thank you for saying that, Celeste or Tracy and Celeste. Christy goes, tell her you're a warlock. Oh. Rebecca's making fun of me. Yeah, they can only see 10 plates. Duh. I'm just saying, if my mom finds eggs out in the front yard, I'm going to get in trouble. Why is there an egg in the front yard? Oh, well, Mom, I'm trying to become friends with a crow. My mom will think she's going to lose hope. She'll go, my son is messed up in the head, which I already know I am. You think she's going to tell her friends Jerry's trying to feed crows? They'll think, what's wrong with your kid? Jesus Christ. Celeste says they will remember you, Jerry. Therabob says if you piss off a crow, they will steal your trinkets. Richard Dugan says my mother feeds the birds coming out of Walmart, and then they crap all over her car. So I did read. Christy says I can hard boil the eggs. I'm going to do that. I'm going to hard boil some eggs. Oh my God. But if I left eggs outside, my mom would be so disturbed. She'd be like, Jerry, what? Really? Talk to me. What the fuck? Are you wrong with you? What would Daddy say? You trying to feed crows? You think he would like that? Don't you think he would be disturbed? But Mom, the crows are smart. I heard the crows will bring you exactly what Lisa said. They'll bring you trinkets. I want to be friends with the crows just because I think they're smart. Okay, I think we're caught up to everything. Celeste says it's good luck if a bird poops. I've been shit on by birds many times. When I first moved to Mount Holly, I was sitting on the front lawn of the house my parents had just bought with my neighbor across the street. A bird flew over, shit right on me. Boop. Crows can talk as well. Okay, cooked, not hard boiled. Okay, not hard boiled. I'm making Tracy Von Bratt laugh. I don't know why she's laughing. Oh, probably because I would be in trouble with my mom. My mom, listen, I listen to her. This is her home. This is not my home. My mom is the boss. She's the boss. If she did not want me here, I would not be here. This is her home, her rules, her kitchen, her eggs. What a beautiful date it is. God, my God. I just finished some blueberries. These blueberries are from Glassboro, New Jersey. Jersey fruit. Hamilton, New Jersey. If you guys are getting blueberries, it's probably from my state. Are you guys out there blueberry eaters? I love blueberries. I love them. I agree with Rebecca. Females. Do you think the Native Americans made their women second-class citizens? No. The women in the Native American tribes, they spoke up, and the men revered what women had to share. You don't keep women out of the mix. Not if you're a strong civilization. Only a weak civilization has oppressed women, I think. I mean, it makes common sense. You need women in the mix. Who controlled your household growing up? My mom set the tone. My dad didn't set the tone. My dad was very grounded and good, but my mom, she called the shots. If you ask your dad a question, she would say, go ask your mother. My mom made the final decisions on things. I swear to God, Celeste is Irish and Cherokee. I bet you're very attractive. Rebecca is also Cherokee. No woman had rights. No, that's not true. In the Indian culture, I think they listened to the women. Women had a say. I think that's from what I understand. Bianca's funny. Crows can talk. Let's Google it. Can crows talk? They'll be, yes. Yes, crows can talk. Do you guys want to go swimming? Let me know if you want to go in the pool. I'll go. Can crows communicate? How do crows communicate? Crows communicate using a sophisticated combination of vocalizations, body language, and social signals to convey information about threats, food, territory, and social relationships. I heard the crows, they'll share if you're nice or not. If you're not a nice person, the crows will talk and say, that fucking guy's an asshole. So don't throw rocks or be mean to crows. That's my understanding. I've always loved birds, but crows seem to be the birds who really embrace. Caw, caw, caw. Softer calls, coo, coo, coo. Bianca is right. Crows talk. Celeste says, I would pick a crow to be my friend over many humans. I adore crows, and they remember. The crows will sound off and let you know if they spot a snake, says Rebecca. Jonathan Barr says, yeah, my mom was in control and part Indian from North Carolina. Shalane says, our town is known as Crow Town because we have many crows. Jeff says, my wife claims that I'm not educated enough to mount a successful argument. I never win. I'm just a simple participant. Let's be honest. Let's be very honest. If your mom was unhappy, the household was unhappy. You didn't feel right. Something was amiss. It was not a good time. If it lasted an hour or a day, if your mom was not happy, the house is not happy. Your dad could be disgruntled about something for 3 or 4 days before you even knew about it. But if your mom was unhappy, forget it. So I don't know how people were raised, but your mom has to be happy. Then you're happy. Then the house is happy. Your mom's unhappy. It's a dark time. Like, what happened? And then you yell at your siblings, will you stop that shit? You know what mom said. Jesus, don't you get it? Celeste, you never have to apologize to me. Canadian Sub says, the Bible tells us how women run their home and family. Men lead. Yeah. A woman, of course, a woman's going to feel more content in a home that's being well supplied and cared and led by a man that she can depend on, who has a steady paycheck, loves her children, is a good provider, doesn't have an anger issue, is funny, loving. And then if the man is leading, like Canadian Suburb is saying, he's showing, how do you lead? By example. You can't talk about love and then be an asshole. You want to be a loving father. So, and then your mom, she can shine. If the husband is doing his job, it's a beautiful thing. I have very, very fond memories of my childhood because my parents worked very well together. I will say that. And they would not be divided. You cannot divide my parents, nor did we try. So I love that Canadian Suburb is sharing the Bible. The Bible tells us women run their home and family. Men lead. Not that women aren't leaders, but the prosperity of the house really does fall on the man. He wants to make sure that everybody's provided for so they can live their best life. How's your mother going to cook nice meals if she doesn't have food in the refrigerator? How are you going to sleep well at night if you're living in a dangerous area? I don't know. There's a lot of examples. Therabob says, help me out, guys. The women are coming. The women are coming. Therabob, don't fight it. I do think that women get too much, that men don't get enough credit when it comes to children. It's a difficult thing when you're getting divorced and you've raised you've supported your family for years, and then you're going through a divorce. And now you're allowed to see your kids every other weekend. Who the fuck came up with that? I mean, really, it's so fucked up. It's not right. Men should be able to see the children half the time. If women don't want to make things work and you guys are going to get divorced and you both concur that this isn't working, don't keep the kids from the husband. Don't keep them. But women do, because the judicial system empowers them to become assholes. He pulled in the driveway to pick up my kids. Well, what's wrong with that? The order said curbside pickup. He's not supposed to pull in the driveway. That kind of shit. That kind of petty bullshit men have to put up with, because the judicial system takes the man's balls and cuts them off when there's a divorce. Hey, you've been supporting your family for 7 years. Your wife didn't work for 6 out of them, and you have a few kids, and now you're getting divorced. Well, guess what? You can't see your kids anymore. You can see them every other weekend. Every other weekend. How fucking humiliating. And men put up with that shit. And you wonder why men have anger issues and depression, and they're all fucked up. And, it's because our system isn't very friendly to men. It seems to me that all the men that want to see their children, the wife and you got to follow the rules. And then the men that could give a shit about their kids, the wives are all willing to throw the kids at the husband. You take them. I begged. Listen, we got 4 daughters. I'll take the 2 oldest one weekend and the twins on the next. I don't need a weekend off. You get all 4 at one time or you don't see them at all, said my ex-wife. Bitch. You want to see the kids? You get all four of them or you don't see any of them. You mean I can't get the two oldest on one weekend and the babies on the next weekend? That would make it a lot easier. I could focus my attention. You know what it's like to have a 7-year-old, do you know what it's like to get a 6-year-old, a 5-year-old, and two twins that are 2 years old on your weekend? You don't know whether you're fucking coming or going. I'm just saying, men are not treated fairly when it comes to their children with our judicial system. I think they've really demasculinated men. And if there's any fucking ill will and everything out there, it's because men are suffering. And I believe that women and women's rights, but men need to have more rights when it comes to their kids. That's my feeling. I bet Jeff's wife is very good to him. Rebecca says, if I would have gotten a divorce, I would have said, take the kids as much as you want. Exactly. But they want to punish you. Can I get the kids this weekend? What are you doing? Well, my mother and my stepfather want to see the kids this weekend. Bitch, I'm the one paying the child support. They're my children. Fuck your mother and your stepfather. I want to see my kids this weekend. Well, it's my weekend, so I'm going to give them to my mom and my stepfather. I mean, when grandparents and a stupid stepfather who is an asshole take precedent over the father of the children, that's not good. Why could she give the kids to her mother and her stepfather on her weekend? No. It's just men are not treated fairly in this country. Would you ever have wanted to be a stay-at-home dad yet, Jerry? Yes. Fuck yes. My kids would have known 2 or 3 languages. I would have learned 2 or 3 languages because I'd be teaching them 2 or 3 languages. They would have been outside every day. They would have been tremendous athletes. They would have been socially skilled in how to converse with adults because they would have been out with me learning how to speak. They would have been well read. They would know how to write. They would know geography. They would know how to do things. I would love to be a stay-at-home father. I would have loved it. And I still would have worked on the weekends. I worked 2 jobs every time when I was married. I was always working. School full-time, work full-time. When I became an RN, I worked 2 jobs. She didn't work. Bianca says, women who don't let their dad see their kids unless he's an asshole and an abuser are so in the wrong. My wife used to get fucking jealous when my kids would see me on my weekend when we had the fucking, they got to pick up and drop off at the McDonald's or fucking parking lot somewhere. Daddy, oh, Dad. And they come and you're hugging your daughters and she would look and go, that must make you feel really good, doesn't it? Well, yeah, what the fuck do you think? Anyway, that's my cross to bear. It's been my thorn in my side. The judicial system does not help. The judicial system always supports the woman when it comes to children, and that's not right. Men should be able to see the children for at least half the time. Every other weekend? Oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you. That means on my weekends off, I can pick the kids up on Friday and I can drop them off on Sunday. Woo, that's awesome. On Sundays, my heart aches. I know the feeling. On Sundays throughout our country, around 4 p.m., 3 p.m., men across the country have the children in their car and are headed to a destination to meet mommy to drop the kids back off with their mother. And every Sunday when that happened, I wanted to die. I hated it. I love seeing them on Friday evening, spending Saturday with them, and then Sunday comes, and Sunday afternoon, you're done. You got to drop the kids back off to be with their mom. And I was torn up every fucking time. Nothing worse than having to drop your kids off at McDonald's to go back with their mother after having spent a full day and a half. Whoa! Our system is so fucked up. You wonder why so many kids have issues. It's because this judicial system allows that shit to occur. Pay your child support and shut the fuck up. That's what you're told. Pay your child support and shut up. Be happy you can see your kids every other weekend. And sometimes they'll throw a Wednesday in there so you can take them out for pizza for 2 hours and spend 2 hours with your kids on a Wednesday. Woo! Boy, you can really accomplish a lot. You can't do any homework with them. It's not like you can do any physical activity and run around with them. Anyway. I hope this guy, I'm not going to read what he's saying. Optic, ill. Oh, here it is. Optic kill a shot. 2622. Optic, message me. I want to meet you. You need a wake-up call, and I'm just the guy to give it to you. I'm just the guy to fucking teach you a lesson. Optic, kill a shot, 2622. Message me and find me. And I want you to talk shit in my face. It's not good for kids not to see their dad. Who would think that? Oh, Wayne, people should be offended by your profanity. Yo, Mr. Perfect Fuck, go somewhere else. All right, Mr. You look like, you know who you look like? You look like JD Vance. You little fat face with your stupid beard. Go somewhere else. Therabob, this conversation hits him at home. It's a terrible thing. Hey, listen, that was 20 some years ago that I had to go through that type of mental anguish. So at this juncture, I'm just talking about it for men who are going through a divorce now. That's why I tell young guys, listen, there's no upside to getting married. I know this sounds terrible because I'm a romantic. You hope to have that perfect woman in your life and have a family and stuff. But honestly, guys, you don't need to be married to have children. I know that sounds cold, but I'm just saying, I mean, I know what I went through and I was trying to do everything right and I got fucked over. So if you guys think it's okay, I mean, I'm just saying to the young men out there, be cautious who you want to be with. People should be offended by your profanity. Oh, really? You're so perfect. When you talk about anything that hits close to home, I'm so sure you're articulate and calm and your demeanor is so perfect. You know, people like you really piss me off. You know that, Alwyn? I'm offended by people like you who act like they're so above everybody. So, how about that? Eat shit. My son doesn't have my last name. I was only with his mom once. And had no intentions of being with her. Do you think and so she gave her son her last name. Jeff says having children is a lifelong commitment and not everyone is ready for that responsibility, which is fine. Therabob, I'm sorry, buddy. Do you know, if someone said men need to see their kids, do you know if you have if you have children who are girls and their mother keeps the father away, but she allows other men to be in their presence and you're not around, do you know what that does to little girls? It speeds up their hormones. Little girls are meant to be around their father to get his hormones, to smell his scent and his sense of, his musk or whatever, him, his flesh and blood, their flesh and blood. And girls stay little girls. When little girls are removed from their father, and the mother thinks it's okay to have other men around, little girls develop more quickly. Their hormones kick in. So even biologically, forget morally and ethically that men should be around their children. Biologically, it's not good for the kids, for girls not to be around their dad. If you want your daughters to start going into, you want your daughters' hormones to kick in early, by all means, keep them away from their father and let some strange guys be around them. And you wonder why our society's so fucked up. It is because our judicial system encourages men to be demasculinated and to walk a tight line, a tight rope when it comes to this issue of divorce, separation, and children. It's not fair. And it's messed up a lot of people. So anyway. And the children, my ex alluded, when I put them to bed at night, they want to hit me. They're so angry at me. I'm like, well, what the fuck? They know that I'm ready anytime to see them, and you're not letting me see them. In fact, you bitch, because I pulled in front of the house the other day to pick the kids up, and I pulled in the driveway, and you said I wasn't following the court order. And the court order says curbside pickup. So some women take it to the fucking extreme. You got to pick them up at the curb. You can't pull in the driveway. You're breaking the court's orders. It's a lose-lose situation for men. You want to stick up for your rights? Now you're the angry guy because you want to stand up for yourself and say, this is wrong. I want to see my children. And they'll tell you, you pay your child support and shut up. That's it. So you pay your child support. Why? Because if you don't pay your child support, they take your driver's license. Now you can't drive. If you don't pay your child support, they take your professional license. Now you can't work. Now there's a warrant out for your arrest. Now you really can't see your kids. I mean, there's no upside for men in this country whose marriage ends and it involves children. None. Men get screwed every single day. And you wonder why there's angry men out there. There you go. Because the system empowers women to be in control. And that's not right. It should be mutual. Frugalanista saying, anyway, divorced parents speaking on behalf of a child, it's the worst. Frugalanista went through it. Her parents were divorced. Yeah, she said that to me, Chris. I bet that makes you feel good, doesn't it? Yeah, why wouldn't it? What, does it hurt you to see my kids excited to see me? What's wrong with you? Kathy Doherty's here, Celeste, Therabob, Tracy. Chris J. hit the nail on the head. Young men out there, watch who your partners are. Don't let women push themselves on you. You are in control. Wear your birth control, get snipped, take something, but don't think that women don't try to entrap men. I'm not, and we have a lot of females on here who I love and respect. I'm just saying that shit happens. Kevin says, look on the bright side. We get better looking with age. They don't. I would say that. Jeff says, I get the feeling that when the girls turn 18, which isn't that far off, they'll be looking for their father. Chris J says, men need birth control. I'd encourage young men to take it. Rihanna Vic says, I'm glad I didn't have kids, but I still love kids, but the risk is too great. It is not easy. When I had my son and she decided, well, I'm not going to give him your name. I'm going to keep his name because you don't want to marry me. I only knew her for fucking 2 months. Why would I marry her? Why would she want to sleep with me and initiate relations when I had no real interest in her? She wanted a baby. All her brothers and sisters had little children. She felt her time was there. So she was 29, I was 26, and she wanted to have a baby. So they play their games and all that little cutesy shit. You got to be very aware. And then you have a son who doesn't have your last name. You work every other weekend in the hospital, but then every other weekend you're off. What do you do on your weekends off? You try to spend time with your son. So you do that for 5, 6, 7 years. Now the kid's 7, 8 years old. He doesn't want to be around you now. He has his friends. His mom has signed him up for soccer, for hockey, for baseball. He's in sports at age 7, 8. He doesn't have time for you. And then his mom says to you, because you work every other weekend and then on your weekends off, you want to see your son, right? She says, well, if you want to see him, you got to go to his games. So now on your weekend off, you're sitting in the bleachers with a bunch of moms. Good job. Good job. Way to go, Billy. Good job. If I heard good job one more fucking time by these women in the bleachers, I was going to lose my fucking shit. Good job. Everything was good job. It's humiliating. It's humiliating. Men out there, watch yourselves. And watch yourselves. I think all men, young men at age 18 should consider getting snipped. So you don't have children that you didn't intend on having. And then when you find a woman that you really love, get your situation straightened out down there and have babies. But until that time, oops, means a lot. Oh my God. Chris says, you're so funny. Oh. Titan says, truth there, Bob. I know my son and his ex had a lot of problems in their relationship. His work took him away from his family, and that is not good. I worked every other weekend. I still made it an effort to see my son from the age of 1. I used to get him every other weekend to age 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 years of me giving up my weekends. Do you know how many women I could have gone out and had fun with? Do you know how many places I could have traveled to? Do you know how much fun I could have had? But on my weekends off, for 5 years, every other weekend I spent with my son. For what? For what? Because when he turns 7 or 8, they want to spend time with their mom who's kissing their ass and their friends. They don't have time for you. I'm just saying, I wish I could go back in time. I would do so many things differently. The time I have wasted in my life because of stupid shit and other people's desires imposed on me, it's fucking befuddling. So right now I'm happy to be in here, have you as my friends. I live with my mom. My life is very simple, but I look back at that time, what a fucking nightmare. So anyway, I'm glad we're all here together. Kathy Doherty says her uncle dated a lady who got pregnant and he was sterile from childhood and he had to pay child support. Sherry too says you're layer, you pay you're just as responsible birth control as she is. When a woman tells you that she's on birth control and she's not, what is that? Men usually don't take oral contraceptives. They use uh, a prophylactic. If a woman tells you that she's taking precautions and she's not, what is that, Sherry? There should be a law against that. That's entrapment or whatever. It's certainly um, not being transparent. Celeste says, put a sock on it. Celeste, don't talk common sense to me, Celeste. Oh my God. Oh, Sherry's sticking up for this woman. If you knew she just wanted a kid, I didn't know. I told her no. In the middle, I was out with her and her girlfriends, and I had a few girls, and I hadn't been with her. And I decided I'm going to sleep out on the living room floor. She had other ideas. Stupid shit. I should have just pushed her away. Chris says, it would be nice if you could just have a kid by yourself without a partner. Titan Brew is a good dad. And thank you, sweet Bianca. Anyway, I hear my mom is up. I've been on for at least an hour. This is how our lives go. We never know where they're going to go. Certain topics will arise, and we can talk about them ad nauseum. There's a lot of us who are older, have experienced a lot of bad things. And by the grace of God, we're here, still smiling, still alive, not incarcerated, not living in a shack, by the grace of God. But I'll tell you what, men are not treated fairly in this country when it comes to their children. That's all I'm going to say. All right, you guys want to say goodbye to each other? Because I'm going to say good morning to Ma. I love you guys. No, I went out with her and I brought her and her girlfriend out dancing when you could go out dancing. At the end of the night, I never had been with her, and I had no intentions of being with her. I just was not attracted to her like that. So we came back, and her girlfriend came out with a little nightie on and said, Jerry, do you want to sleep in here? I went, no. What, you mean with you? Because I liked her. No, with her. I said, no. So I said, go back to sleep. Go back to bed. I don't want any relations. And then in the middle of the night, she wanted what she wanted, and guys are stupid, and I should have been stronger. But I slept with her once, and then I had a son. 2 weeks later, we have to talk. What do we have to talk about? I think I'm pregnant. I'm like, oh my God, are you shitting me? Men don't have the support of the judicial system. Tracy, God bless you. God bless you guys, man. I share my stories. Everybody has a story. I'm sure you have a story, and we're all in the same thing. Life is not easy. You got to roll with it. You know, and sometimes things happen. It has nothing to do with us. It has everything to do with them. And we're just a pawn in the chess game of life. You know, my son's existence, I didn't enjoy him as much as I wanted to growing up. His mom did. And my parents enjoyed him. And he was a part of everyone's life. So some things are not for our benefit. Some burdens that we carry are for other people to benefit from. I've learned that, and it brings me comfort. If any time that you've suffered and other people have benefited from your actions or from your presence, but you haven't benefited, that's just God's plan. Sometimes we're on this earth not for us, but for other people. I don't know. All right. I love you guys. Kathy Darter, Shalane, God bless you. Therabob. You guys have a great day. And I'll see you guys around noon. I'm going to go for a walk. All right? Have a good afternoon.